Hi students, today we discuss quadratic inequations. Okay, so what is a quadratic inequation, how to solve it, that we will learn today, and let us know the graph of a quadratic equation. Okay, and okay, we will start the class. Quadratic inequations is the topic name. Given that for all real x, the expression lies between 1 by 3 and 3, the values between which the expression lies are. See, whenever you have this rational expression like this, okay, whenever you have rational expression like this, we have a technique to solve, that is, for example, okay. Now see that expression x square minus 2x plus 4 by x square plus 2x plus 4. Now if you observe this equation, this rational expression, numerator is a quadratic expression, denominator is also quadratic expression, okay, that is one thing. And moreover, both are same quadratic expressions, only the sign change in the coefficient of x. Yes or no? Minus 2, denominator plus 2. Let us take that equation, that expression f of x equals to ax square plus bx plus c by ax square minus bx plus c, or ax square minus bx plus c by ax square plus bx plus c. So any one of the two forms, either f of x is in this form or in this form, that is the case. And in both the cases b square minus 4ac less than 0, b square minus 4ac is less than 0, discriminant is less than 0. If that is the case, that case only I am discussing, not the other case. If discriminant of the quadratic expression, either numerator or denominator, is less than 0, in that case this expression always lies between f of plus or minus root c by a. So find the f of plus or minus root c by a value, f of plus root c by a value as well as f of minus root c by a value. You will get two values, right? In that interval this expression lies. I repeat once again, this is a quadratic expression, either this or this, okay. Make sure that b square minus 4ac is less than 0. When b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then this expression lies between the values of f of root c by a and f of minus root c by a, okay. Let us take an example. Okay, this is x square one second, yes. X square minus 2x plus 4 by x square plus 2x plus 4. Now if you see, what is the discriminant of the numerator or denominator? What is b square minus 4ac? b square minus 4ac. What is b? b is minus 2. Minus 2 square minus 4a value. Quotient of x square is 1. c is 4. That is 4 minus 16. That equals to minus 12, which is less than 0. So Now discriminant is less than 0. Now I can apply that one. What is that? This expression lies between the values of f of plus or minus root c by a, which equals to f of plus or minus root c by a. What is c here? C is 4. What is a? Coefficient of x square is 1. You compare this with ax square plus bx plus c. Ax square plus bx plus c. C is 4, a is 1. So 4 by 1, that equal to f of plus or minus root 4, which equals to f of plus or minus 2. That means find f of 2 and f of minus 2. F of 2 and f of minus 2. Now in what is f of 2? This is f of x, right? F of x equal to. Now what is f of 2? F of 2 equals to 2 square 4 minus 4 plus 4 by 2 square 4 plus 2 into 2 4 plus 4, which equals to minus 4 plus 4 cancel, 4 by 12, which equals to 1 by 3. Okay. Next, what is f of minus 2? That gives you 4 plus 4 plus 4 by 4 minus 4 plus 4, which gives you minus 4 plus 4 cancel, 12 by 4, which 3 times, so 3, 1 by 3 comma 3. So therefore this expression lies between 1 by 3 comma 3. Okay, even though if it is not given x square minus 2x plus 4 by x square plus 2x plus 4 lies between 1 by 3 and 3, we can say that this expression lies between 1 by 3 and 3. Is it okay? Right. Now we will see the solution. Given 1 by 3 less than x square minus 2x plus 4 by x square plus 2x plus 4 less than 3, okay, for all x belongs to R. So this is true for all x belongs to R, for any real number this is true. Just now we have proved it, right? And I mean we use this shortcut, it is not the actual method. That method is we should take that expression is equal to as y and we will cross multiply and we will form a quadratic equation for all x belongs to R, b square minus 4ac greater than or equal to 0. That method we apply, that I will explain in the next coming questions. Okay, that we apply shortcut method for that question. So this expression is lying between 1 by 3 and 3. Now here see, observe here carefully, expression lies between 1 by 3 and 3. Even if you interchange, even if you take the reciprocal, again that also lies between 1 by 3 and 3. So therefore whatever the we have used previously, that is applicable whether minus is there in numerator or in the denominator also. That is what he has given, right. So what we have to prove, we have to find out where this expression lies. This expression lies between what values. So therefore what we are doing, we are taking 3 power x plus 1 as equal to y. This, let us move to the next slide. So this is the given expression, this I can write as 9 as 3 square, right. So therefore 3 square into 3 power 2x will be 3 power 2x plus 2. 6 can be expressed as 2 into 3, yes or no, this as 2 into 3. This as 2 into 3. So 2 into 3, right, into 3 power x. So therefore 2 into 3 power x plus 1 plus 4. So similarly denominator also. So therefore if you see here, this 3 power x plus 2 can be expressed as 3 power x plus 1 whole square, I can write 3 power x plus 1 whole square. So therefore if you consider 3 power x plus 1 as y, this becomes in the form of y square plus 2y plus 4 by y square minus 2y plus 4. So we are converting the given expression in this form, nothing else. What is y here? Y is 3 power x plus 1, okay, right. So previously we know that x square plus 2y 2x plus 4 by x square minus 2x plus 4 lies between 1 by 3 and 3. even if it is x or y or z does not matter, variable does not matter here, the expression matters. If any expression which is in this form, that lies between 1 by 3 and 3. So therefore, that is what here 1 by 3 less than this expression less than 3. So this is nothing but this, therefore this expression lies between 3 and 1 by 3. Okay. So for any value, for any real value of x here. Okay. So A is the correct option, right. Some points on a plane are marked and they are connected pairwise by line segments. If the total number of line segments formed is 10, then the number of marked points on the plane is. There are some points on the plane and we joined to form line segments. That is what they are connected pairwise by line segments. So 2 points we are connected, another 2 points like this. For example, there is a point here. Suppose there is a point. These 2 points are joined. These 2 points are joined. Suppose A, B, C, D, E. These 2 are joined. These 2 are joined. Pairwise joined. Pairwise. These 2 are joined. These two are like this. Okay. So we don't know how many points are there in the plane. The number of marked points on the plane. There he is asking number of points in the plane, and he has given number of line segment formed is given. So that means here, if you observe carefully, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point. Okay. So some points are there in the plane, we don't know how many points are there. But to form a line segment, how many minimum number of points are required? That is the first point. How many minimum number of points are required to form a line segment, to form a line otherwise? How many? Minimum 2 different points. If you have 2 points in the plane, I can join these 2, I can form a line, right? So therefore I need 2 points. How many points are there in the plane? I don't know. Okay. How many points are there in the plane? I don't know, but for every 2 points I will get 1 line. So therefore how many ways I can select 2 points, those many line segments will be formed. How many ways I can select 2 points, those many line segments will be formed, yes or no? If I select 2 points, 1 line segment, another 2 points, another line segment, as explained here. These 2 points, 1 line segment, these 2, 1 line segment, like that. So therefore this is obtained by number of ways of selecting 2 points out of n points, that is nothing but NC2. NC2. Suppose there are n points in the plane. Therefore number of line segments equal to NC2. NC2 gives you number of ways of selecting 2 points out of n points, that is the meaning of that. Okay. So NC2 ways I can select 2 points. So for every selection of 2 points I will get 1 line segment. Therefore NC2 line segments will be formed, nothing else. So therefore that NC2 is given as 10. NC2 is given as 10. We already discussed NCR formula, we know. What is NCR formula? Can anybody tell me? NCR formula. Yes, we already discussed. NCR formula discussed. Please tell me. Yes. NCR equals to n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. This is what NCR formula. I think many of you know this one. Otherwise, please try to remember this NCR, which we use very frequently and very important. NCR, number of ways of selecting r things out of n things. So therefore we use this one, NC2. What is NC2? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into so on, right? N factorial, right, actually. N factorial by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial, which equals to 10. So what is n factorial? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial by n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial, which equals to 10. N minus 2 factorial gets cancelled. N into n minus 2 by 2, 2 into 10, 20. So therefore n into n minus 1 equal to 20. So further I can write this as n square minus n minus 20 equal to 0. So is it not a quadratic equation? Yes or no? Yes, it is a quadratic equation. So therefore I can factorize this n minus 5 into n plus 4 equals to 0, n equal to 5 or n equal to minus 4. But see here, n cannot be negative. Why? Because n is number of points, n points in the plane. Let there be n points. Let there are n points in the plane. So therefore, n cannot be negative. So this is ruled out. Therefore, n equal to 5. That means there are 5 points in the plane. 5 points are there. Join any 2 points, you will get 10 line segments. Yes or no? Right. Let us see the solution once. Okay. Let x be the number of points. Here he has taken x, n, does not matter, whatever may be the variable, but the procedure is same. Number of line segments formed by connecting pairwise is nc, xc2. So given that xc2 equal to 10, xc2 value x into x minus 1 by 2, just now we have discussed. So that equal to 10, and cross multiplying and factorizing, you will get x equal to 5 or x equal to minus 4, minus 4 is omitted, x equal to 5. So therefore number of points in the plane are 5 points are there. That is this question, a simple one. Let us move to the next one. If 2x minus 7 minus 5x square has maximum value, yes, let us discuss this once again. Maximum value of a quadratic expression, minimum value of a quadratic expression. When the quadratic expression will have maximum, when it will have minimum, at what value of x it will have maximum, at what value of x it will have minimum, that we should discuss. See, for example, f of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, f of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c. So the case 1 I am discussing, a greater than 0, that means quotient of x square is greater than 0. Quotient of x square is greater than 0. Whenever quotient of x square is greater than 0, graph opens upwards. Graph will be like this. Graph opens upwards. Why I have drawn 3? There are cases. Suppose discriminant is greater than 0. Quotient of x square is positive, discriminant greater than 0. Discriminant greater than 0 means the graph will have, the quadratic expression will have 2 real zeros. The quadratic equation has 2 real zeros, 2 real distinct zeros. So therefore it will intersect x-axis at 2 distinct points. That means there are 2 roots are there if the quadratic expression greater than 0, discriminant greater than 0. I am sorry, not quadratic expression, discriminant greater than 0. We know if discriminant greater than 0 roots are real and distinct, that is what we say, right? Nature of the roots. That means the graph will intersect x-axis at 2 distinct points. Discriminant equal to 0, that means it touches the x-axis. Discriminant less than 0, that means there are no real roots, that means it will not touch the x-axis. This is case 1 when quotient of x square is greater than 0, when means a is positive, graph opens upwards. Suppose a is less than 0, second case. Again we have 3 cases. In this case, discriminant less than 0, we do not have these graphs. Graphs will be downwards. So therefore, whenever quotient of x square is positive, negative, graphs open downwards, and parabola, this is what we call as parabola. This graph is parabola. Parabola opens downwards, and discriminant greater than 0, it intersects the x-axis at 2 distinct points. Discriminant equal to 0, it touches the quadratic, it touches the graph, x-axis. Graph touches the x-axis. Discriminant less than 0, it will not touch the x-axis. Is it okay? So these are the cases. Now, if you observe carefully, in these 3 cases, that means quotient of x square is greater than 0 case, quotient of x square is positive case, graph you can extend up to plus infinity, it will go up. So can we find out the maximum value of this expression? We cannot find the maximum value of the expression. Maximum value of the expression is infinity. So therefore, what is the minimum value? Minimum value occurs at this point. This is the minimum value. At this point we will find the minimum value. So therefore, whenever x square quotient is positive, if a greater than 0, then ax square plus bx plus c will have minimum value. Will have minimum value. That minimum value equal to 4ac minus b square by 4a. Minimum value is equal to 4ac minus b square by 4a. Is it okay? And minimum value is 4ac minus b square by 4a at x equal to minus b by 2a. At x equal to minus b by 2a. That means graph will be like this. This point is minus b by 2a comma 4ac minus b square by 4a. Okay, because of x square quotient is greater than 0, graph expression will have only minimum value, cannot find maximum value. Maximum value is plus infinity. Is it okay? Right. And what about when a is less than 0? Okay. When a is less than 0, if a is less than 0, then ax square plus bx plus c will have maximum value, and maximum value of f of x equal to 4ac minus b square by 4a at x equal to minus b by 2a. So therefore, whenever x square quotient is negative, graph open downwards, and this is the maximum value, and that maximum value occurs at x equal to minus b by 2a, and that maximum value is 4ac minus b square by 4a. Am I clear? A greater than 0, quadratic expression will have minimum value. A less than 0, quadratic expression will have maximum value. What is that maximum value? 4ac minus b square by 4a. Minimum value also 4ac minus b square by 4a. So therefore, the quadratic expression, it will have either maximum value or minimum value, depends on the quotient of x square. At what value of x this occurs? At x equal to minus b by 2a, at x equal to minus b by 2a. Clear? So simple, based on this simple concept we have the questions today and we will discuss them. Okay, right. 2x minus 7 minus 5x square has maximum value at x equal to a. So this is minus 5x square, quotient of x square is negative. So therefore, graph open downwards, it will have maximum value. What is the maximum value? Minus b by 2a. So that is given as small a, saying what is the value of a? Simple. So that small a equal to minus b by, what is b? B is x coefficient, 2 by minus b by 2a, 2 into what is a? A is minus 5. So minus minus cancel, 1 by 5. Okay, let us see the solution. Ax square plus bx plus c has maximum value at x equal to minus b by 2a if a is negative, x square quotient is negative, that should write here. So therefore, b equal to b is 1 by 5 is answer. I told you, right, a equal to minus b by 2a, minus b by 2 into minus 5, therefore 1 by 5 is its maximum value, right. The minimum value of x square minus 8x plus 17, x square quotient is positive, therefore it will have minimum value. What is the minimum value? 4ac minus b square by 4a. So write c. X square plus bx plus c, since a greater than 0, has minimum value equal to 4ac minus b square by 4a. So therefore, substitute simple expression, substitute the values, we got 1. Okay. So therefore quotient of x square is 1 here, quotient of x is minus 8, constant is c, that substitute here, we got the value of 1. So 1 is the minimum value of this expression, because maximum value you cannot find, only minimum value you can find out. That means whatever the value of x, if you want to substitute, you can substitute in the place of x in this expression. You do not get any value which is less than 1. 1 is the minimum value. You put minus 10, minus 100, 1 by 2, minus 7 by 2, root 3, whatever the value of x you want to write in the place of x, you can write, but that cannot be less than 1. So this is the minimum value of that expression for any value of x. That is the meaning of that. Am I clear? Right. Let us move to the next question. The maximum value of 7 minus x minus 2 by 3. See, this is no need to 7 by 5. 7 by 5 minus x minus 2 by 3 whole square, because from the positive number you are subtracting another positive number. So this is always less than or equal to 7 by 5. When this expression will be equal to 7 by 5? When this becomes 0. Yes, when this becomes 0, then 7 by 5 equal to 7 by 5. See, in all other cases, this expression value is less than 7 by 5, because you are subtracting something, right? So therefore, the maximum value of this expression is 7 by 5. Am I clear? Right. So this is always less than or equal to 7 by 5, therefore maximum value is 7 by 5. Yes, 7 by 5 is my answer, right? Very simple question. The maximum value of c plus 2bx minus x square, yes. Maximum value is what? 4ac minus b square by 4a. Because if x square quotient is negative, we will have maximum value, right? So maximum value 4ac minus b square by 4a. Here 4a, a means x square quotient, c means constant, minus b square means x quotient. What is x quotient here? Plus 2b, so 2b whole square. Substitute, we got c plus b square, a very simple question. The minimum value of the quadratic expression x square plus 2x plus c is similar, same minimum value, because here x square quotient is 1 positive, it will have minimum value, it will not have maximum. Maximum is plus infinity, as we discussed earlier. Quotient of x is positive, so minimum value 4ac minus b square by 4a, substituted, we got c minus b square. Another simple one. Yes, c minus b square is my answer, right? The expression 2x square plus 4x plus 7 has minimum value m at x equal to alpha. So at x equal to alpha, the expression will have minimum value m. What is the pair alpha comma m they are asking? So that is nothing but minus b by 2a comma 4ac minus b square by 4a. Yes or no? So minus alpha is nothing but minus b by 2a, m is nothing but 4ac minus b square by 4a. Okay, right. Now comparing 2x square plus 4x plus 7 with ax square plus bx plus c, a, b, c values. Okay, given expression has minimum value, because coefficient of x square is positive, graph open upwards, we will have minimum value only. Graph of this function will be like this, minimum value only we have, that is minus b by 2a comma 4ac minus b square by 4a. So minimum value is 4ac minus b square by 4a. So therefore it occurs at x equal to minus b by 2a. So at x equal to minus 1, we will get minimum value, that is nothing but alpha at x equal to alpha, at x equal to minus 1. So therefore minimum value m equals to 4ac minus b square by 4a. So its value is 5. So therefore minus 1 comma 5. So minus 1 comma 5 are is the pair alpha comma m. Okay, done. a1, a2, a3, so on, an belongs to R, then x minus a1 whole square plus x minus a2 whole square, so on, so x minus a1 whole square assumes least value at x equal to. See, what is the least value of this expression they are asking? If you expand this, it is a square, a minus b whole square form. If you expand, a square minus 2ab plus b square. So similarly, if I expand all n terms, x square plus x square plus x square, so on, so on, n times n x square I will get. Okay, now see, nx square. Here minus 2x a1 will come, here minus 2x a2, right? A minus b whole square expansion, a square minus 2ab plus b square. So minus 2x a2, minus 2x a3, minus 2x an. So minus 2x if I take common, a1 plus a2 plus so on, so on, an. A square minus 2ab plus b square is a1 square, a2 square, so on, so on, an square. So now again it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, ax square bx plus c. So What is the quotient of x square? X square is, quotient of x square is n. N is positive because n is number of terms, right? 1, 2, 3, so on n terms. So this will have minimum value because of the quotient of x square is positive, it will have minimum value. That minimum value is 4ac minus b square by 4a. So therefore, it has least value at x equal to what? At x equal to minus b by 2a. Yes, what is it minus b by 2a? Minus b, b is minus of 2 into this one. So minus minus plus a1 plus a2 plus so on an by 2n. So 2 gets cancelled, a1 plus a2 plus so on an by n. That means here this expression's minimum value occurs at x equal to this value. That means if you substitute x equal to a1 plus a2 plus so on an by n, then you will have this expression's minimum value. In all other cases, any other value of x if you substitute in this expression, that value will be greater than this value always. So therefore this is a, so that value will be greater when you substitute x equal to this one. So at x equal to a1 plus a2 plus so on an by n only will give you the minimum value of that expression. Am I clear? This is not the minimum value of the expression. At this value of x, you will get the minimum value of that expression. Am I clear? Right. So therefore, which option? It is not there, so none of these. A, B are positive, then the least value of a plus b plus c and 1 by a plus 1 by b. See, simple. A plus b plus c, we know arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean, which we learned in the sequence and series basic topic, we know. So arithmetic mean of three numbers is a plus b plus c by 3 greater than or equal to root abc. Yes, similar way 1 by a plus 1 by b plus 1 by c by 3 greater than or equal to cube root 1 by a, 1 by b, 1 by c. Okay, so that implies a plus b plus c is greater than or equal to 3 into a, b, c power 1 by cube root, this is 1 by 3, I am sorry. And 1 by a plus 1 by b plus 1 by c greater than or equal to 1 by a, b, c 3 times, sorry, 3 times oh, okay. See the solution. Arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean. A, B, C by 3 greater than or equal to cube root A, B, C. 1 by A, 1 by B, 1 by C, sum of these 3 by 3 greater than or equal to 1 by A into 1 by B into 1 by C greater than a whole power 1 by 3. So further simplification, A plus B plus C greater than or equal to 3 times of A, B, C whole power 1 by 3. 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C greater than or equal to 3 times of 1 by A, B, C whole power 1 by 3. Just multiplying these two inequalities you will get the value. So multiplying these two, left hand side multiplied, right hand side 3 3s are 9 multiplied by 9 and this gets cancelled, therefore 3 into 3 9 you will get. So 9 is the its minimum value, so D is my answer. Is it okay? Yes. Right, coming to the next question. X power 5 plus x square less than 0, then which of the following must be true? X less than minus 1, x less than 0, x greater than 0, x greater than 1. Subtracting x square from both sides. So you will get x power 5 less than minus x square. And x square I can take common because x square cannot be 0. If it is 0, x square is 0, then x will be 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 less than 0. Is it true? No, right? So therefore x square cannot be 0. When x square cannot be 0, x square must be positive. So therefore x power 5 is less than minus x square. I can divide by x square because it is non-zero value. So if I divide by x square, it will be x cube, which is minus 1. Make sure when you divide that is positive or negative, that is positive, x square is positive here. That is the reason inequality is not changed. If whatever the quantity you are dividing by, if it is negative, inequality will get reversed. If you divide by negative quantity, inequality will be reversed. If you divide by positive quantity, inequality will continue same as it is. So x square is positive, so therefore continued. X cube is less than minus 1, therefore x is less than minus 1. So that's it. Okay. Right. Next, b square minus 4 is equal to the value, then the curve as discussed earlier, a greater than 0 opens upwards, b square minus 4ac equal to 0, graph touches the x-axis. That's it, simple, okay. So touches the x-axis and lies below it, touches x-axis and lies above it, touches x-axis, lies above it, yes. The explanation is given, the curve touches x-axis and lies above it, okay. Very simple one. The integer k for which the inequality greater than 0 is valid for any x. So this is greater than 0 is saying for any value of x. Whenever expression is greater than 0, expression is greater than 0 means what? Quotient of x square is positive, right? Graph always greater than 0, it will not touch the x-axis because greater than 0. So whenever it is not touching the x-axis means there is no real root, that means discriminant has to be less than 0. So discriminant less than 0. Using this concept we solve this question. Greater than 0 is valid for any x only when b square minus 4ac is less than 0, b square minus 4ac is less than 0. So from that we will get the values of k. K lies between 2 and 4. When k lies between 2 and 4, k is an integer. What is the value of integer lies between 2 and 4? 3 is the answer. Is it okay? A simple question, just using this concept, right. If the difference between the roots of the equation x square plus ax plus 1 equal to 0 is less than root 5, then the set of possible values of a is. Difference between the roots, let the roots be suppose alpha and beta, consider. Difference between the roots, alpha and beta, alpha greater than beta you can consider, or beta greater than alpha also you can consider, does not matter. Now alpha greater than beta if I consider, alpha minus beta gives you the difference. Difference is always a magnitude, it is a positive quantity, therefore alpha minus beta I took, which is less than root 5. Alpha minus beta can be expressed as root of alpha plus beta whole square minus 4ab. Alpha plus beta value I know, alpha beta value I know, because I do not know the value of alpha beta, therefore I am expressing unknown value alpha minus beta in terms of known values alpha plus beta and alpha beta. What is alpha plus beta? Minus b by 2a. What is alpha beta? C by a. That I wrote here. Alpha plus beta minus b by a minus a by 1 minus a square, c by a, c is 1 by a, 4 into 1 by a 4. So from this a square minus 4 less than 5, a square is less than 9, so a lies between minus 3 and 3, so a belongs to minus 3 comma 3. Is it okay? Right, next, x square plus 6x minus 27 greater than 0, minus x square plus 3x plus 4 greater than 0, then x lies in the interval. Simple, two inequalities, you find the values of x in which x lies, find the values of the intervals in which x lies, and here also take the common interval, nothing else. Yes, solve the two quadratic inequalities, and he has found the, say, this is from the first inequality, this is from the second inequality. Combining these two we got 3 comma 4. Is it okay? Right. A simple one. Understood? Right. The set of values of x for which the inequalities hold simultaneously. Please note down this one, this question, and this you take it as homework. X square minus 3x minus, similar question, similar to the, solve this inequality, you will get one interval for x. Solve this inequality, you will get another interval for x. Combine those inequalities. I mean common solution you should take, because both inequalities simultaneously should be satisfied, right? So you have to take the common solution, common inequality you will take, common interval. Right, 16. The greatest negative integer satisfying this, yes. Again you solve these two inequalities and find the values of x, in that greatest integer you will take. Yes. So what is the greatest negative value of x lies between minus 7 and 11, x lies between minus 2, x is less than minus 2 and x is greater than 2. So minus is the greatest integer which satisfies this one. Is it okay? Right. X greater than 0, then the least value of x plus 1 by x. X plus 1 by x always greater than or equal to 2. Okay. X is greater than 0. So I can apply AMGM otherwise. Arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean, or otherwise I can solve in another way also. Since x greater than 0, that implies root x minus 1 by root x whole square is always greater than or equal to 0. Because of the square, it is always positive. If these two are equal, this will become 0. So therefore, if I expand this, a square x, b square 1 by x minus 2 greater than or equal to 0 implies x plus 1 by x greater than or equal to 2. So therefore, what is the minimum value? 2. 2 is my answer. A is the answer. Okay. So he has given here explanation. He has taken as a quadratic equation and solved, got the 2. Okay. Another way we solved. The least value of cos square x plus secant square x. See, this is cos square x, this is 1 by cos square x. Secant square x means 1 by cos square x. Is it not in the form of x plus 1 by x? Cos square x plus 1 by cos square x. If you consider this as x, x plus 1 by x, which is greater than or equal to 2. So the least value is 2. So this C. Yes or no? Yes. X is real, then the value of x square minus 3x plus 4 by x square plus 3x plus 4 lies in the interval. As I told you, whenever you have this rational expression, make sure check whether the quadratic expression x square plus bx plus c is discriminant less than 0 or not. If it is less than 0, we can apply f of plus or minus c by a. See, x square minus 3x plus 4, what is discriminant b square minus 4ac, which equals to 3 square minus 3 square minus 4 into 1 into 4, 9 minus 16 minus 7, which is less than 0. Therefore, it lies between f of plus or minus root c by a. So, f of plus or minus root c by a, what is c for? 4 by 1, that is f of plus or minus root 2. So, f of, sorry, f of 2 comma f of minus 2. So, in these values the function lies. Is it okay? Now, let us see the solution. So, this generally how to solve, general way is taking the expression as y, cross multiply yx square plus 3xy plus 4y equal to x square minus 3x plus 4. Then again bring these terms to the left side, take x square common, x common. So, make it as a quadratic equation again. So, taking x square common, we got this one, x common, right. Now, since here x is real, its discriminant will be greater than or equal to 0. X is real, right? X is a real number here, x is real. So, therefore, discriminant b square minus 4ac greater than or equal to 0. Then you will get another quadratic inequation in terms of y. So, we got this 7 minus 7y square plus 50y plus 7 greater than or equal to 0. Now, if you see, because of x is real, this rational expression is real value, real expression, that real value is nothing but y. So, therefore, here y is real and quadratic expression value greater than or equal to 0. So, therefore, this quadratic expression will be, oh sorry, quotient of y square is negative, right. So, graph will be, the expression graph will be like this and equality is also there, therefore graph will be like this. So, what is the discriminant? Discriminant is less than or equal to 0. Okay. Next. Okay, here that discriminant value is not required, just we are solving this inequality for the values of y. So, y lies between 1 by 7 and y, because this is a quadratic inequality, we know how to solve the inequality by factorizing, that is it. If x is real, then x square plus 34x minus 71 by x square plus 2x minus 7. See, here the above expression, below expression, different quadratic expressions, not quotients are not same. X square quotient is 1, here 1, but here x quotient is 34, here 2, here minus 71, here minus 7, so not same. So, we cannot apply that method, f of plus or minus root c by a method we cannot apply. So, what we do, we proceed a general way, taking this equal to y, and as we discussed earlier in that way. So, taking y, cross multiplication, making a quadratic expression, since x is real, this discriminant is greater than or equal to 0. So, forming another quadratic inequality in terms of y. So, we got y values, y less than or equal to 5 or y greater than or equal to 9. So therefore it does not lie between 5 and 9, right? Does not lie between 5 and 9. Yes. So first option is my answer. Is it okay? The maximum value of this, again we equate to x, similar way. Please take the question, try to solve it. Please note down maximum value of x by x square minus 5x plus 9. Note down the answer is 1. See, D you should get answer at 1. Please note down. Okay. The maximum value of this, again same, taking which is equal to y, and we solve the equation, because here two different quadratic expressions in numerator and denominator we have. So therefore we cannot apply f of plus or minus root c by a, that shortcut we cannot apply here. So general procedure, taking this expression as y and proceed. Yes. Please note down the question and answer. Answer is 41 for this question. Please note down. Is the answer. Okay, done. Minimum value again same, but here we can apply, because here quotient of x square is 1, quotient of x is minus 1, 1, but same, but x quotient is only sign difference, quotients are same, numerically same, and b square minus 4ac is less than 0. Therefore I can apply f of plus or minus root c by a, shortcut I can apply here, f of plus or minus root c by a, 1 by 1. So f of plus or minus 1, substitute 1 here, 1 minus 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 plus 1 comma 1. If you substitute minus 1, f of 1 comma f of minus 1. If you substitute minus 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 by 1 minus 1 plus 1. So cancel 1 by 3, cancel 3. So 1 by 3 comma 3. She is asking the minimum value. Minimum value is 1 by 3. Very simple one. Yes. So again this is by doing general method, taking y, even if you take y you will get the same answer. So y lies between 1 by 3 and y, 1 by 3 and 3, minimum value is 1 by 3. Yes. The least value of x square minus 6x plus 5 by x square plus 2x plus 1. Here if you observe, the quotients are not same, numerically not same. So therefore we have to go in a general method, taking the expression as y and proceed. Take this as a homework. Please note down x square minus 6x plus 5 by x square plus 2x plus 1. That is the question. You need to find the least value, and the answer is D, minus 1 by 3 is your answer. Please note down the answer and the question, solve on your own. You should get minus 1 by 3 as the least value of that expression. Is it okay? Right. The limits of, again same, this we equate to, here quotient of x square, x quotient, no, constant is different. So again we need to take this as y and proceed. Okay. So general method, take this as a homework. Please note down. Please note down the question and answer also. Limits are 1 comma 15 by 7, 1 comma 15 by 7, first option is my answer. Please note down, solve on your own. You should practice these questions. Okay? Done. Shall we move to the next slide? Yes? Okay. The range of, but this here we can apply the same similar question, x square minus x plus 1 by x square plus x plus 1 we have in the previous question, last before question, and here we have x square plus x plus 1 by x square minus x plus 1, same answer, there is no change in the answer. So therefore 1 by 3 comma 3 is the answer. Going through the procedure you will get the same answer, y equal to 3 or 1 by 3. So therefore it lies between 1 by 3 and 3. So the least value is 1 by 3, maximum value is 3. So the range is 1 by 3 comma 3. So close to 1 by 3 comma 3, A is the answer. Is it okay? x minus p by x square minus 3x plus 2 takes all real values for x, then the range of p's are they are asking in what values of real numbers p lies between what values. So what we do generally, whenever a rational expression is given, we take it as y and proceed, take it as y, proceed, yx square plus minus 3y minus 1 x plus 2y plus p equal to 0. X is real, here x is given for all real values of x is real, that means discriminant has to be greater than or equal to 0. So therefore its discriminant is what? X quotient b square minus 4ac greater than or equal to 0. So we got another quadratic inequality in terms of y. So if you observe, this is a quadratic inequation and whose y square quotient is 1 positive, therefore its graph opens upwards, parabola opens upwards, greater than or equal to 0. So therefore it can be either this or this. So therefore in this case discriminant is equal to 0, in this case discriminant is less than 0. So therefore finally discriminant is less than or equal to 0, that we apply here. Since y is real and quadratic expression is greater than or equal to 0, so therefore b square minus 4ac equated to 0 discriminant is less than or equal to 0. So before that what he has done is he has taken it as an equation and he has solved for the values of y, nothing else. So directly we can write like this, discriminant is less than or equal to 0, so therefore b square minus 4ac less than or equal to 0. So from that we will get the values of y, we will get another quadratic expression in terms of p, and therefore 1 less than or equal to p less than or equal to 2. So p lies between 1 and 2. Is it okay? Yes. Second thing is, after getting the p values we should substitute the values of p in the expression and make sure that that is defined, the expression must be defined, the rational function must be defined. When you write p equal to 1 here, what will happen? This becomes 0, denominator becomes 0, sorry, p equal to 1, yes. When you write p equal to 1 here, what will happen here? X minus 1 will come here, x minus 1 into x minus 2 will come, okay. And second thing is when p equal to 2, wait a minute, go back, yes, okay, right. So when p 1 less than or equal to p less than or equal to 2 we have, when p equal to 1 the expression will not be defined, that is what he is saying in this. So therefore p should not take 1 as well as 2, therefore p should lie between 1 and 2, okay. Why I think you may get a doubt here, sir if I take p equal to 1 what will happen? Nothing will happen, x minus 1 by x minus 1 into x minus 2 will be there na sir. What is the problem when p equal to 1 if I take? Now I will get this expression if p equal to 1. What will happen? He is saying that, if you go to previous slide, he is saying that it takes all real values for x belongs to R. When you write x equal to 1 in this, it is not defined, right? 1 you write, 0 by 0 will get, it is not defined. So that is the reason we should not write p equal to 1, okay. Similarly p equal to 2 also, okay. Root 3x minus 8 less than minus 2, how a root value, this is non-negative always, this cannot be less than a negative value, so there is no solution. This is always greater than or equal to 0, non-negative, so therefore there is no real number x such that this is less than minus 2, okay. Done? Okay. Maximum value of the function, yes, discussed already, taking this as y and proceed. Take this as homework, please note down, question note down, question and key note down, just. Answer is 4, option A, x square plus 14x plus 9 by x square plus 2x plus 3, option is 4. Please note down quickly. Yes, okay, we will move to the next slide. Done? Okay. X square minus 7x plus 12 less than 0, then very simple, This inequality you can solve very easily. 3 and 4 are the roots. Okay. Algebraic method, graphical method. Graph opens upwards because x square quotient is positive. And taking the different values of x. A simple one, no need to discuss much about this question. X belongs to 3, 4. Yes. Yes, this we need to discuss. 6x minus x square minus 5 greater than 8 minus 2x. See, this is a non-negative value. This is greater than this. There are the cases. First case is both are positive. Second case, this is always positive, but this can be negative, because positive can be greater than negative also. So this can be negative. That is one thing. Second thing is, we have to consider under root value must be greater than or equal to 0. So we have to consider the cases here in which under root value greater than 0, and this can be positive, this can be negative. Okay, right. Let us see the solution. Greater than 0. This exists whenever under root value greater than or equal to 0. So we have found the roots. What are the roots? 1 and 5. Okay. And because of it is greater than or equal to 0, so this is greater than or equal to 0. From that we will get 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 5. X lies between 1 and 5. 8 minus 2x less than 0. We are taking the case where this is negative. In the next we will take the case where this is positive. So this is negative and x greater than 4. So therefore combining these two, what will I get? 4 less than x less than or equal to 5. Okay. Here we have taken this as a negative value. So this is positive value. Positive value is always greater than negative value. Therefore from this we don't derive anything. From these two inequalities only we can write 4 less than x less than or equal to 5. Is it okay? Right. In the next case, this is positive we will take. See, 8 minus 3x 2x greater than positive 0, greater than or equal to 0, it can be 0 also. So then x less than or equal to 4 we got. And this inequality will squaring on both sides, because this is positive, whenever two positive quantities are there, greater than or less than symbol is there, when you square on both sides, inequality won't change, discussed already. So therefore when you square on both sides, inequality will be same, there is no change in the inequality. So therefore 6x minus x square minus 5 greater than 64 plus 4x square minus 30x, simple, expanded, nothing else, simplification, we got this. From this again we got x limits. What are x limits? 23 by 5 or x equal to 3. So therefore x lies between 3 and 23 by 5. Already we have x is less than or equal to 4. This inequality and this one, both should be combined. Common inequality we should take. So therefore 3 less than x less than or equal to 4, since x less than or equal to 4. Okay, right. So therefore solution set is, previously we got 3 to 4, right? Sorry, 4 to 5 we got previously. Now 3 less than or equal to x less than 4. So those two are union we took. But here 4 is included in both the intervals. So therefore 3 to 5 directly we can write, because 4 is included. If 4 is not included, we should keep like this. 4 is included, we have written a combined interval. Okay. So that is about the question. This one please note down. This question also similar way you can solve it on your own. Please solve it. I will give the answer. What you have to do is, this is less than this. This is a non-negative quantity, positive quantity, non-negative or 0 positive quantity. This is also positive quantity. So therefore, you can square on both sides, continue the same inequality. Point number 1. Second point, inside negative value, inside root value has to be greater than or equal to 0. Here also inside root value greater than or equal to 0. So therefore, it has to be greater than 0. Why? Because is less than is there. This can be 0, this cannot be 0. If this is 0, this has to be positive, right? This cannot be negative. So both inequalities considered. So therefore, answer you note down. Please note down the question. Question note down. Yes. X belongs to 2 comma 3, closure interval 2 comma 3. This is the answer. Okay. Please note down and solve afterwards. Okay. Right. The value for which the expression is positive. This is, this take it as homework and solve it on your own. Very easy, simple question. Okay. Right. So that is about quadratic inequalities. Okay. I think you are comfortable with the today's class, and if you have any doubt, you can contact us and try to solve as many questions as possible, so that you will get a better exposure on the questions. Okay, thank you all of you.